Welcome back to Metroid Prime! Helicopters ahoy! I don't know.
They probably can't hear
They
it.
probably can't, but it's going to be annoying anyway. Yeah. We're basically on cleanup duty right now, because we're actually fairly close to endgame at this point. Well, not that close, but close enough, I suppose. There's one area within the, Phazon Mines! One major area that we haven't tackled yet, and we're gonna get to that later. But first, I figure it's best to go out of our way to collect all the shit that we haven't collected thus far. That and the guide that I was following pretty much tells me to do just that. It's like the guide basically decides to tell me what to do based on a matter of what you have at this point in time. Okay, now that you have this thing, you've got to go back and do all sorts of shit, as opposed to any sort of matter of convenience.
What?
What?
Okay.
How was I supposed to know how to do that? Well, I could scan it. I could pay attention to the clues that I got from the Chozo place. Because there are clues. No, that's on the other side of the computer, isn't it? What are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of there!
Come here. Come here.
Come over here. I promise I will not hurt you.
No.
I will. Oh, no.
Stay. Don't go under there. I'm
Okay, well, anyway. We gotta knock that thing over so that we can get a Chozo artifact.
Okay.
La-di freaking da. And of course, in order to even get at it, we needed the plasma beam to melt the ice to launch a missile at the tower to knock the tower down so that it would open a hole so that we could get inside to get at the artifact. Intelligent design, don't you think? The Chozo really knew how to make sure I knew how to get all their artifacts to save their planet.
Save. Save.
Save?
Save.
Bye-bye, asshole. I honestly just don't understand exactly how this all came to pass. It's just like, the moment I got a hold of the X-ray visor, everything but the emergency power turned off, so all the lights go out. But why okay, you guys know how to jump.
Why are these doors glowing?
Because they're powered too.
Metrio.
Metroid. Did you quit it with the Metrio already? Metroid still only mostly deal with a bull via ice beam and super missiles, which is something I think should be a particular mention when we saw that Hunter Metroid and Phendrana Drifts. It shouldn't have been there because it was Phendrana Drifts. It's gone by now, thanks to the law of averages programming. Because certain enemies start replacing other enemies as you go through the game. So that Hunter Metroid is long gone, but the fact that it was there in the first place, given the Metroid's incredible weakness towards ice, toward the cold.
The ice cold, the chill freeze.
The ice cold chill freeze.
This reminds me of the music from the earlier Ratchet and Clank games.
I don't remember much about Ratchet and Clank, honestly. Yeah, it would have been in this room, if I recall correctly. Instead, we've got flying pirate troopers. So what do we need to... Oh yeah, this. We need to get over on this side of the platform so that we can knock down a stalactite to go down into the water below to crack it open to reach that missile that's down there.
Missile.
That's what I said.
Missile.
Oh, miss for a missile. Well, in most other Metroid games, I think I've said this before, but again, in other Metroid games, it would just be, oh, it's another missile power up, la-di fucking da. But with the expansions in this game that use up the extra missiles as ammunition to utilize those things, I think having a lot of extra missiles is actually fairly useful here. Especially once we get to Metroid Prime. What, you thought the title of this game was simply to have a weird title? No, there's a Metroid in this game called Metroid Prime. Who or what called it Metroid Prime in the first place, I don't think is ever really answered. But there you go.
It's the Prime cuts the Alpha.
Then again, I've actually bothered to look up some of the stuff, like some of Samus's upgrades. No, it doesn't really explain how her ice beam works. It will do this, and then Samus's notes on the usefulness of the ice beam and what it's good for, and yeah, they don't explain how ice beam is a beam of ice.
It is cold.
It's cold. It freezes things. I like it.
Freeze. Chill out.
You know, I keep watching 89 and Returns over and over again. I know we don't have the other two Batman films. And I don't want to. Alright, here we are. This one. Okay. You see this wall? Nothing suspicious about it up front, except that there's this kind of indent here. If you look at it with the thermal visor, you notice there's an outline of a door there. If you look at the X-ray visor, you notice there's a door there. But if you scan it with your scan visor, there's no indication that there's anything wrong here. Not even telling you that the wall is made of bendisium, which is what you usually do. Which is what you usually break things with power bombs in order to get through them. But no. The only indication that you have that there's a way to get at an artifact that is here is through the two visors. And only if you happen to be using the visor at the time. I know about this place because A, it's in the guide, and B, it's something that, if I recall correctly, Johnny had a lot to bitch about when he was doing his review of the game. Not to mention when he was doing the Brain Scratch playthrough. Oh, by the way, power bombs.
Leave no stone unturned.
Nope. Whee!
Hey, where you going?
Leave him alone. You don't need any more interruptions during this play sequence that involve little felines. Because, you know, this game is almost done. Believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
Well, in terms of sheer just story progression for what story there is in this game, which, you know, we haven't really addressed what's going on here. It's just sort of
going on?
Well, you remember in the beginning we came here to this planet because there's a space pirate distress signal, and we knocked that fucking space station out of orbit, and then we saw Ridley. And then we decided to chase after Ridley because Ridley's an evil motherfucker who needs to be killed the fuck out of. But then we lost track of him. Well, we're here mainly just to find him and what the fuck he wants with this stupid planet. But since we haven't seen him for a while... cut! I don't even know what to say at this point. But yeah, we're running around at the speed of sound. You know, places to go. No, not yet. Of course, we discovered their laboratory in the Fendrana Drifts and all the sort of experiments they're running there. But then we got a glimpse at the Phazon mines in the impact crater. They're trying to mine the Phazon out of the impact crater from whatever there is there in the Phazoniness, because Phazon is evil for some reason. We don't know why. And we won't understand why until later on in this trilogy. But yeah, Phazon's an evil radioactive substance with a lot of chaotic properties, and they've decided to run experiments on it so that they can sort of improve the space pirate army so that they can get their revenge and take over the galaxy. So Samus, of course, has to take it upon herself to stop them.
Music loop almost sounded like it was saying "Find your joy."
What? Find your joy? Find your joy? This is not the boss. This is Samus Aran. Back in Magmore again.
Bag.
But yeah, a lot of the story is just told through like pirate logs and the stuff that you scan while you're in their research labs. And since I'm not sitting still to actually sit down and read most of it, you probably wouldn't be aware of all of that, of course. But yeah, that's basically what's going on, is that the pirates, after the fall of Mother Brain, they had really no clue what to do, so they happened to stumble upon Talon 4, which happens to have this interesting thing called Phazon on it. It also has Metroids, because this is one of the Chozo's planets, and the Chozo actually created Metroids.
And it wouldn't be a Metroid game without a Metroid.
Nope. Okay, yeah, Fusion did have Metroids in it. And for all intents and purposes, Samus was part Metroid at that point. Again, adding more DNA into her to make her a more badass character. 'Cause it's not like she wasn't already part Chozo.
My original character. She's part demon. Part elf.
Oh, and by the way, apparently Metroid is the Chozo word for warrior. We are suddenly here! In this room, again, for some reason. Oh yeah, because we saw that red door earlier that we couldn't get through.
Part robot, part vampire.
Half demon, half angel. Although there have been some sort of thoughts on continuing the Metroid series based around the conceptions that have the sort of things that have happened to Samus. She's part Metroid, she's part Chozo now. She's absorbed so many X-parasites during the course of fusion.
She's less human than beast.
Well, that's sort of a theme I've come across people thinking that could be played on at this point. It's like she's so far distanced herself from being human with all the genetic muddling in her system that, hey, let's have a Metroid game that involves body horror. And now we're back here. Going away, I'm coming through here. I don't think Nintendo would go for something like that, though.
Nah.
Dark themes and things like body horror, especially, that's just not... Ugh. But it would be nice to actually get a sequel to Metroid fucking Fusion to see what comes next, especially with the hints of Project Dread somewhere. I think that's in the, like, the... I think that comes up in Corruption at some point. Project Dread.
Dread?
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 Yeah.
Dread?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Missiles, bitch!
Hey.
You finished? Okay, first of all, who put this bridge down? This bridge never needed to be down.
Someone wanted a big shiny terminal there. So they decided the only way they were gonna get it is if they put a stupid retracted bridge in their stupid place. Stupid.
Right, are we... No, we already got the Chozo artifact here, so instead let's get the Power Bomb expansion. Because you can never have enough of those.
Where did she put all these dang
God.
things?
You can never have enough of those. Where does she put all these... Where does she put all the mass that she loses when she goes into Morph Ball mode? And for that matter, how does the fucking Morph Ball work?
I'll just assume that Chozo discovered hammer space.
Pocket dimension?
Probably.
Through the power of transwarp technology, you can store all your extra mass in this own convenient dimensional pocket. I think that's literally how they explained it in Transformers Animated. Isn't it? Yeah, that's exactly... Missile expansion.
Isn't that what mass shifting is?
I suppose that could be a variation of it, but I remember specifically the reason Swindle was able to procure so many weird things out of thin air was specifically because he had a pocket dimension, a transwarp generated pocket dimension in his chest. So I suppose that could be retroactively applied to any sort of mass shifting debacle. Of course, the IDW universe also layers on top of that the massive amount of energy it takes to do any sort of mass shifting at all. Oh hey, there was one of these in this room. You know, I just thought about that. That's something that the Fallout 4 power armors don't have yet.
What?
Over Space Marines. They don't have jump jet boosters.
Oh yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah, you can get a jetpack upgrade.
Oh my god.
It was in the trailers, you didn't see.
Ah. Well, that's something to leave off on now, isn't it?